Welcome back to another RBE bomber game. This time I'm in the PB4Y privateer, the Rank 4 American, well, heavy bomber or patrol bomber, I should say, because it's not really a normal bomber. It's insanely slow, this thing. You never get anywhere, you don't climb. If you don't have an air spawn like here, because I rearmed at the base after I did my first bombing run. I'm alone against 3 enemy fighters, and yeah, the situation isn't that great. I was only trying to get some points out of this game and finishing the remaining bases, and maybe be lucky and get one kill or something. Because I think this was the last game before I spaded it, and so yeah, I just wanted to get it done. And the Yak 3 appears. As it will turn out later, it's the VK-107, so a very dangerous Yak 3. I'm already stabilizing the plane and awaiting the attack run of the Yak 3. Luckily he's coming from an angle where I can bring a lot of guns to bear from above. And he's coming. And again the replay file doesn't really show how I aimed this. It's a bit strange with the gunners and the aiming into replays, but I think it's good enough. So one fighter dealt with some damage on the right wing, so the plane always tries to veer over to the right. And it's a very sluggish aircraft overall, so if you want a bomber that's somewhat maneuverable, I would highly recommend not flying this bomber. It's not good at anything really. It only has 12.7mm armament. That's the only thing that's good at. And they're coming in, a UT setting in on fire. Taking even more damage. Now he's coming up again, the fire went out, as it normally does with the Russian Yaks. And we scare him away. I also think that his engines is dying on him. First I thought, well yeah, let's just continue to the bombing point and do my thing. And watching him fly away. First I thought he would crash now, but I quickly realized that his decision making was that he's gonna repair on this forward runway at the B point. And as soon as I realized this, I'm gonna swing this fat boy around and try to bomb him while he is on the runway. Timing is key here, because if I'm too late, he's gonna repair and change positions before my bombs hit. If I'm too early, he didn't stop at the runway and I'm not gonna be able to get a good bombing run. Throttling back to have a bit more time to aim. And he stopped right at the beginning of the runway. And drop some presents. get one of those bombing achievements. It doesn't happen very often in realistic that you bomb something on the airfield. It's not like it's sim easy, especially where this can happen quite often. If you are a dedicated bomber, you can find some people waiting on the runway or just spawning. And then LA9 is the battle messages tell me that the LA9 is farming ground units. And so I'm gonna climb and continue to finish off the last base. And I'm gonna be back when I'm gonna see some action again. And I'm back with the LA9 above me. He returned to base, rearmed his plane, and now he has a full load of ammo and pretty much all the time in the world to get into a position to kill me. And I also checked his stats when I was flying, and he definitely looked like one that knew what he was doing. So I was a bit scared here, and I was pretty much sure that I'm gonna die here. And he's coming, and putting an insanely hefty hit on my front of the fuselage, killing my front gunner, killing my frontal the front gunner in the above turret above the cockpits, and killing one of the pilots. So he nearly knocked me out there, but one pilot survived, heavily injured. Now I'm also having real problems controlling the aircraft because the right wing is completely black. I was really lucky here that the fuel tank didn't catch fire, because if the fuel tank had burned as well on the left side of the wing, then I would have been done for. There would have been no way I would be controlling this aircraft again. I'm also having real problems keeping this plane straight. At this point I would have no chance of landing this. The plane would just go all over the place, and if I slowed down, the wing would drop and I would crash. So at this point he pretty much had the game in the bag. I wouldn't have been able to land this plane. So, but he's coming in to finish the job, which is fine. But it was not the right decision today. And in his panic of burning out, he gives me the sign, and I finish him with the machine guns and knock him out of the match too. And this results in a victory, even though I was a lonely privateer against 3 Russian fighters that were kind enough to come with me one by one. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope this showed what a lonely privateer can do if the enemy allows you to do it.